Hey coaches, it is your leader of Believe2Achieve team, Ashton Breitbach. And first of all, I just want to say thank you so much for joining this boot camp and just investing your time into growing this business and building this business into the dreams that you seek. I know that a lot of times, and our biggest failure is our mind. We feel like this isn't possible to accomplish something like making $1,000 a week or bringing in six figures with this business. And in all reality, it comes down to what you believe. And then, of course, yes, you have to take action. So a lot of you may be new. Some of you may be here for a while. But what I want to tell you is don't overcomplicate this. Christina Delgado said something that was so wonderful about this business. And she said, this business is simple, but it's not easy. And by that, it's by doing the four vital behaviors and having your to-do list and staying consistent with it and continuously growing yourself in personal development and leadership development, you can accomplish this. That's all it takes. But the hardest part is getting out of our mind and leading from our heart. Also, getting rid of distractions and staying focused in your daily to-do list or staying focused in your power hour. So this is what I want to strive for this boot camp, is to help you focus on the business activity tracker, which I'll go over here in a second. But first off, I want to talk about your why list. So I don't have mine completed yet, but I will take a photo and put it in the team. So you guys have all sent me your why list. I want you to write it out or maybe type it out and then print it off. I want you to take a picture of that why list because this why list is important for you to remember why you're doing this. And I want you to know, and please, if you're not religious or, it's okay. But God gives us promises. And I remind myself every single day that I can prosper and that it's okay to prosper. It's not bad to want to build your income more. It's bad when you're doing it in different manners. So I don't want to get onto that. But anyway, so your why list, writing it out and posting it, having it in front of you every single day to remind yourself why you're doing these daily vital behaviors, why you're completing this business activity tracker, why you're doing what it is that you're doing. So when you get that completed, I want you to post a photo in the team page. I want you to post a photo in the team page and in this page. Next, okay, I asked you guys for 10 characteristics that you seek in a coach to join your team. Now, out of those 10, I want you to circle the ones that you don't feel that you're the greatest at. Because ultimately, what happens is that we attract the people that we're similar to. Like, we attract who we are. And so let's say, for instance, you put down like self-motivated, you put down a positive thinker, you put down you put down whatever you wanted to. But let's say you're not the greatest at being positive. You let your mind get to you. I want you to circle that. And then I want you to work on how you can become more positive or how you can stay focused and how you're going to get yourself to achieve that. Because when you can do that, you're going to attract those people. It's the law of attraction. So, okay, those were just a few things that I wanted to talk to you about. Feel free to share your list with the boot camp group here of your 10 qualities. Maybe somebody's like, wow, that was a great characteristic. Yeah, maybe I can't believe I didn't think of that. I want that. So I also want to share the screen here and talk to you about the business activity tracker. You guys can find this in the Believe2Achieve team page underneath the files. Make sure you save this. There is a PDF file and there's also an Excel file. So maybe you like to keep track on your computer, which is great. I am a pen and paper girl 100%. So let's see. I have my business activity tracker that I focus on filling out each and every single week, okay? And this is what we're gonna do. The whole thing with the business activity tracker is that if you're filling this out and you're 100% honest in filling this out and you're turning this into me every single Thursday, I can look at where you're lacking at, or I can look at where I feel things are needing to be at. Or if, maybe your business activity tracker looks great and I'm like, all right, so what's going on here? Then we can go to the next step of, how do your conversations look? What do you feel like you're lacking on, or what do you feel like you need better equipped to build this on? So just to talk over this quickly, so being a proof the product works, I check off my Shakeology, my workout when I complete it. Personal development, I just put a yes. Sometimes I used to put how many minutes, but honestly, I could do an hour, or it just depends, because I'll listen to it while I'm in my car, I'll listen to it while I'm doing messages at times, but then I also do reading. So I try to read at least one chapter a day on the book that I'm reading. National Wake Up Call. Now you're only going to have that on Monday. However, maybe you don't get a chance to listen to it on Monday, so you listen to it later on the week. So mark it down just to make sure that you completed listening to the National Wake Up Call. The best part about coming on or not listening to it live is that you can skip past the achievements and everything, or those that, all that stuff. Otherwise, you can try to get on a little bit later, like waiting 5 minutes to join or 7 minutes to join, and then listening to the speaker. Because I feel like being on calls live versus listening to them, there's something different about it. It just makes a big difference in how you feel. Team calls. So our team calls are on Tuesday, but so you can check that off. Maybe you didn't go onto a team call, so you listen to a team call, and maybe it's a team call from a different team. It's, I don't want you to just every single day you need to listen to a team call, but they are great and filled with lots of information. Social media, posting 3 to 5 times a day. So I just mark yes if I did that. New contacts, 2 to 5. So these numbers though here, like I want to show you the invite for challenge group right here where it says 5 to 10. If you can only commit to inviting 2 people a day, that is okay. So I would tally how many new contacts I'd have. I'd tally how many challenge invites I have. I'd tally how many business invites I'd have, okay? And the reason why is because I know how many people I did for the week. I know how many new people I met for the week. And the biggest thing is you don't got to hit the 5. You don't got to hit the 10. You just need to stay consistent in it every single day, even if it's one person that you need to commit to. Of course, if you want to grow faster or you want to accomplish more, reaching out to more people, meeting new people is going to be a big difference, right? Of course. But whatever you can commit to, just stay consistent in it. Like I always tell new coaches, I'm like, your biggest thing right now is getting to 5,000 friends. Yes. So just tally mark every time that you invite, every time that you meet someone new, and all of that stuff. Checking into the challenge group. So whether you're running your own or you're in the one that I have, check into it. Comment on a few people's stuff. Checking into the team page. That's very important. Staying plugged in to what we're doing. Maybe you read something in personal development, or maybe you listened to a great call and you want to share that with the team. That's also going to show leadership for when you start building coaches on your team and you're like, You're sharing information that you've learned. You're showing up, and they're being able to see that, and they're like, wait a minute, I want to show up too. So following up with challengers. If you have challengers in the group, check in with them. And I'm not just saying on the group, but message them, text them. Just, hey, I've seen you've been posting every single day. That's so awesome. Give them praise. Or maybe you haven't seen them in the group. And you can just be like, hey, I noticed that you haven't been in the group much. Is there anything that I can do to help you achieve your goals? Is anything going on? Are you still doing your workouts, but you just haven't really posted in the group? So those are things that you can bring up so that you know how you can help them. Or maybe there's something that's in their life that you just didn't even know about, so you can help them through that too. Follow up with runners. So what do I mean by runners? Some of you may not have runners, but runners are those coaches that are, for me, that's you guys. The coaches that are willing and able and wanting to run this business, okay? Those are the people that you need to follow up with. Not saying that you shouldn't follow up with other coaches on a time-to-time basis, but if they're a discount coach, you don't have to, I don't want to say you don't have to follow up with them because that sounds really bad. You don't have to consistently follow up with them. You want to keep following up with the runners who want it, because ultimately those are the ones that are going to get attacked. And I say it's by the devil. You can say it by however, but life happens. That's what's going to happen because they're wanting to do something great for their life. And so ultimately they're going to start getting attacked in many different ways. So you're there to help support them and guide them. Facebook messages. Go through your Facebook messages. Maybe it's only once a day. And this is what Scotty Hobbs did when he created how he did his stuff. He went through it in the morning, and that was that. And then if someone kept coming up and was like, hey, da-da-da-da, he wouldn't do those. He would just make sure he did them for the full day, and then the next morning, he'd do those again. Possibly, if you don't have a lot of messages, you could go through them in the morning, go through them at night. Not a big deal. Emails. Don't know if you have emails going from any places. E-cards on your emails. I send out to new customers and new purchases every Friday. So every Friday I send out for the week from Thursday until Friday, or from Friday until Thursday, I send out those that purchased from me and those that are new customers. And I can show you more of that if you're curious. And then for me, I want to share posts, great posts from top coaches or from coaches on our team that had a great post. Then, of course, down here are people who maybe said, you invited to the challenge group or you invited to the business, and they're like, yeah, I'd be interested in that. So whenever you start that process, I write those people to follow up with on my list. So I'm like, hey, I know that they said that they wanted to. Life gets busy. Life gets crazy. So let me just double check to make sure. Maybe the week goes by and you have a new business activity tracker and you go back to the next week and you're like, oh, I didn't really hear from Brittany. Let me follow back up with her. Because again, life gets crazy for all of us. New friends, great to know so that you can build conversations with. So that's kind of just the basics of what I want to talk about this morning. And I hope that you guys, are pumped up and filled and ready to go. And so, of course, this business activity tracker is only going to have Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday on it. And you can either directly send it to me, directly send it to your coach, send it to both of us, or you can post a picture in the page. So let me know if you guys have any questions, what you're excited about, what you feel like you struggle with, and I look forward to helping you grow this business to your dreams. So have a wonderful, fantastic day. Bye, guys.